Ah, hello. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day, great night, whenever you're watching this. Right now, as the time I am making this video, it is currently Monday of August 25th. So, yeah, right now I'm just on my way to work. Yeah, work on a Monday. Oh, what fun. Not really. But I can't complain, because it does make the money, so yeah. Gonna go work on a deck today, and then I guess I gotta work on a few other things later on. But anyways, so I was scrolling through YouTube last night, and I came across a video from Heavy Duty Country, and massive shout out to him, by the way. I wasn't watching his videos for a little while, and then I kind of inched my way into watching his videos again, because a few years back he was beefing with a country rapper that I listened to. Well, I don't really listen to him much now, but there for a while I was. But beside my point, he goes to talk about this guy Destiny, and I do know who Destiny is. I've watched his videos before. I was actually subscribed to his channel for a little while, because I saw that he popped up on a video about gun tubers. He was at a shooting range with YouTubers such as Donut Operator, Brandon Buckingham, Brandon Herrera, and I believe Turkey Tom Wendigoon, and a few other people. I forget who all else was there, but they were at a gun range, and Destiny was there, and I didn't know too much about him prior to that video. He mentioned that he was a lefty, but he was all for guns, so I figured, okay, well, that's cool. Not very often you find a lefty on social media that loves guns, so that's cool. But anyways, politics aside, I know he was also beefing with Hassan Piker as well. I think he still is. Wouldn't surprise me if so. But my main reason for talking to him talking about him, excuse me, my word, if I get my words right. Heavy Duty Country called him out. Because I guess, whether or not this happened recently, I don't know, but this was just brought to my attention last night. But apparently, Destiny thought it was a great idea to retweet a post on Twitter, or X, I guess you would call it now. And basically, he retweeted that post, and it was about the flood that had hit Texas and wiped out a Christian camp, the beginning of last month, which is I still think it's a screwed up situation. It is pretty sad, but my word, what does Destiny go on to do? Sit there and talk some weird nonsense about porn, and sit there and be like, well, Texas recently did this, Texas recently did that, da-da-da-da-da, their governor is a scumbag, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, well, this probably happened for a reason, that probably happened for a reason. Like, dude, are you freaking serious right now? I don't really like to judge people, because that's something I'm trying to work on. But at the same time, Destiny, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? I guess I shouldn't be surprised either, because, like I said, months back I was subscribed to him for a little while, and then I started hearing a bunch of weird things about him, like, he was talking about teenagers, talking about he was talking to a 17-year-old, and then he also made some sort of statement too where he's like, well, if a 15-year-old girl looks hot, then that's just how it is, you know? Yeah, that's just how life goes, da-da-da-da-da. Like, dude, I am sorry, but if you... I'm not too sure exactly how old Destiny is, but from what I can tell, he is not a young dude. If you're a full-grown adult talking about how a 15-year-old girl can look hot or some nonsense like that, there is a serious freaking problem. You know, I am 27 years old, and let me tell you, it has never occurred to me to sit there and be like, oh yeah, look at that 15-year-old. Oh yeah, look at her, she's hot. No, that is freaking wrong, dude. You know, Destiny, that's a thing. If you want to joke around, like, maybe somebody 18 or older, or even then, I think 18 is still a bit weird. You know, especially for somebody like him. Especially for somebody like me, too. Because, honestly, I would not freaking date somebody that young, you know. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, everybody's entitled to their opinions, whatever. But, damn, Destiny, you're over here bringing up porn, bringing up this and that, over the fact that, you know, there was a flood that wiped out a Christian camp in Texas last month. No freaking remorse either. Not a damn word about him speaking accountability for it and saying, look, I'm sorry I said this. I'm sorry I said that. I should have thought better. You know, my heart aches for those kids that lost their lives, yada, yada, yada. No. He just brushes it under the rug and then sits there and goes, oh, well, you know, that's just how it goes, you know? I mean, things happen in life, you know? So what if this happened? So what if that happened? And then, you know, he was talking to a few other people where, you know, he was ranting about a few things. He wouldn't even let other people speak. You know, he just kept pulling a bunch of nonsense out of his ass, like, oh, well, you know, this... you know, if people want to go do this, if people want to go do that, da-da-da-da-da, you know, that should be their decision. Oh, well, you know, so what? I don't remember what all he said at that point, because the dude was just, I don't know. People just, some people out there just blow my freaking mind. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, I know what people are going to say. Well, you know, it's Destiny. The dude's been known to freaking get into all sorts of controversy about this and that. Da-da-da-da-da. I understand that. You know, I get it. Nobody's perfect. People are going to have their opinions on multiple things no matter what happens. Okay. Whatever. But for one, if you think talking to a 17-year-old in an inappropriate way is okay, or sitting there making jokes about how you think a 15-year-old can be hot or whatever, and then on top of that, you know, sitting there ranting about how you think that it's okay to bring up porn or whatever, all while a major disaster happened that ended the lives of a bunch of kids. You, sir, need some serious help. You need to get the hell off the internet. And not only that, but I think this dude needs to be locked up for a very long time. Because the way Destiny is acting, the dude's a disgusting human being. That's all I'm gonna frickin' say. Man, is this frickin' road bumpy. I apologize, guys. I don't know how well you guys can see it. Don't mind the crack in my windshield, but it should stop here in a sec. I live in Michigan, so, you know, Michigan's known for their roads being crappy, so I apologize in advance for that. But, no, it still continues. Hang on. Alright, guys, I apologize about that. Like I said, the frickin' roads around here are ridiculous. You know, they've been trying to catch up on working on the roads around here, but yeah, still, they got a long way to go before that's all said and done. But back to the subject, you know, this Destiny dude he needs to get the hell off the internet and go to prison for a very long time, because the way he's acting is not normal. And then for that statement he made about the kids that lost their life at a Christian camp in Texas, I guess I shouldn't be completely surprised, because he also said a few other things, you know, such as him making fun of the retired firefighter that lost his life at a Trump rally when the one douchebag tried to frickin' shoot Trump down. But, you know, this dude's behavior, I thought Hassan Piker was bad. This guy, I mean, I'm sure Hassan Piker has said something similar to that. I don't really know. I don't pay attention to what all that guy says, because I don't watch his crap. I can't stand the dude. I don't like the dude. I think he's another dude that needs to be taken off of social media as well. But Destiny, on the other hand, that dude is basically a white PDF file cuck version of Hassan Piker. I will never understand why people like that guy frickin' exist. Again, I don't like to judge people, but Destiny is a disgusting human being. So I agree with Heavy Duty Country 100%. I may not agree with everything that he says, but I definitely agree with what he said about Destiny. People like Destiny make me frickin' sick. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of people in the comments who are probably gonna be like, well, it's Destiny, you know, he has a right to say what he wants to say, or act like this, act like that. Which I don't know how anybody could stick up for him acting the way he does, especially when it comes to inappropriate jokes about children or whatever, or people losing their life. And I'm sure people are going to also sit there and be like, well, you need to quit worrying about what people online are saying. Because you know what? People are just going to say this and that. You know what? Shut the hell up. I'll say what I want to say. I'll respond how I want to respond, whether people like it or not. If you don't like my opinion, not my problem. But for those who do agree with my opinion, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Do whatever. I normally upload about politics on this channel, even though I really haven't been talking about politics much. Been mostly talking about a few other things recently, but still, you know, that's what I try and focus on as much as I can, even though I've been kind of cutting away from it. But that's all I gotta say. You guys all take care and have a great day and a great week.